Well, okay. What's up, everybody? This is Melody with Wigginnoutradio, where hip hop and entertainment happens. Welcome. This is another week. This is the week that a lot of kids are going to school. Those schools started for a lot of kids last week, so I've been told. But I know a lot of the kids went back today. So, parents, I don't know how that went, but I hope it went well. I have a 16-year-old. We out of the city of Long Beach, so we don't go back to school until towards the end of August. But let me tell you, from my daughter's review today, my oldest daughter, she was saying that it was really, really hectic. Not only do they want your kids to have to be COVID tested, did you guys know that they want your kid to be tested every week for COVID? So I need a job being taking people COVID tests and stuff. That's a good job because this is an ongoing thing. And not only that, after they did the COVID test, they still had to answer questions. Have you been out of town in the last 30 days? Have you come in contact with anybody COVID in the last 14 days? Like, the questions are getting so redundant that I'm starting to memorize it. So it's just crazy. So I was watching. I'm always searching for news, right? What do you guys think about Dr. Dre's daughter, who is she started a GoFundMe account, and she is trying to raise excuse me, $50,000 because she feel $50,000. Sure, her dad is leaving her homeless. I'm gonna turn it towards my banner. Um, Her dad is basically not caring, and what y'all think about Dr. Dre? Dr. Dre is not, he's good at what he do, and I'm not gonna take that from him. But all this beating on women, like he beat on Michelle, um, the fact that he's not even trying to help his daughter. But we as parents know, let's just keep it 100. We know sometimes our children do things to make us mad, and then when they reach a certain age, we don't want to be bothered, period. They made their bed, now they need to lie in it. So I don't know what do you guys think? Do you think what Dr. Dre is doing to his daughter, do you think that's wrong? And if you do, how come? Okay. Hello? Hi. Okay. I'm coming to the gate. Are you in the front gate? You don't see any parks in the front? Yeah. Right. Okay, no problem. Okay, bye. Okay. Natalie. So Pretty K is ask your mom, cause she go outside and get Pretty K. Love you, daughter. You're awesome. She needs to take a positive advantage in the front. Okay, so she needs to take a positive advantage instead of showing hatred. Charge motherfuckers $200 a pop just to put some French braids in their head just so they can say Dr. Dre's daughter did my shit. That's a good point. You know what I mean? It's some kind of way, being that she's Dr. Dre's daughter, that some type of way she should be able to, how should we say, enterprise off of it, or make some money off of it, or whatever. She should do something. I mean, people that's rich, they might support their kids for a minute, but once their kids become of age, I mean, you lived in the household. I'm sure, and I'm not for sure because I don't know her like that, but I'm sure that she got put in different activities. And the reason why parents put kids in different activities is to show that, hopefully when you grow up, the activities that you have been put into, that your parents taught you, that you can use that in your adulthood. For instance, I'll take my mother for example. She was big on putting me and my sister in tap class and in jazz class and stuff like that. Well, when I was in my 20s, I ended up being the head director, head dance and drill team director for the city of Long Beach. So, and I was making pretty good money off of it. I was able to pay my rent. I wasn't on no welfare or anything. This was strictly off my job. At that time, I had two kids, you know what I mean? But it was something that it was a program my mother put me into. And then as I got older, I was able to utilize that, what she put me in for the future, and I end up making a lot of money. That's how I end up getting into the entertainment industry. I was in entertainment all my life. Like, even when I was going to, you guys, I was going to Sherman Oaks Elementary where Bobby and Cindy, they filmed Bobby and Cindy. Okay. They filmed Bobby and Cindy, from the Brady Bunch. Close the door, Kaylee. Oh, okay. Hi, come in.
Beautiful.
Hi.
Okay.
Okay, have a seat. Be comfortable. Keep your bags over there. Are you a Mary Kay?
No, actually, my mom, I don't know.
Oh yeah, I used to do the.
Oh, you did?
I used to do Mary Kay.
What?
Mhm.
Someone invited me to something like that,
Mhm.
but I feel like it wasn't for me.
I mean, if you're not gonna get out there and hustle,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because Mary Kay is all about hustling.
Yeah.
Mary Kay is so. I was just going on what we were talking about is how do everybody feel about. Let me see if I can.
We twinning today with the glasses in the I love it.
Yeah. So we were talking about today how it is. Dr. Dre's daughter is out there and she's talking about she's homeless. And now today when I looked it up, she had a GoFundMe. She has a GoFundMe and she's trying to raise $50,000.
Just so she could be good.
Yeah. And $50,000 only going. It seems like a lot, but it's only gonna get you so far. It'll probably get her apartment and everything like that. But the trick is, you can't live off of money people give you. To keep that up, you have to keep working. You have to keep working.
Yeah, it has to be residual income.
Yeah,
it can't be one time. Lucky for 50,000 because. You gotta not only manage it, but you also have to understand how long is this gonna last me.
Right.
What do I need to survive? The survival skills. At this point, I would say she's in a survival skill mode. So my best advice to her would just be manage your money, and hustle. So grind. It's grind time. I feel like I'm on that time too.
I mean, I do too. When I say I have been grinding, I swear. I don't even say Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesdays are my days off because on Mondays I got the Weekend Out show, and on Wednesdays I have bed talk. Maybe my downtime might be on a Tuesday, but for the most part, Thursday through Sunday I'm working. You know what I mean? So
we don't take no days off over here.
Man, you can't. Not if you're
how
a
bad
woman.
You want it.
Yes, how bad you want it, and. I was just telling them about the Roku TV that I have, the Roku channel, and it's gonna be called Wigging Out. I saw them today. They put Wigging Out Radio, but then they was like Wigging Out Radio was too loud. I mean, too long. So why don't we go with Wigging Out TV? So I'm good with that. I'm like, okay, let's go with Wigging Out TV.
Yeah.
But when I saw some of the footage that was up there, it was Wigging Out Radio. So I don't know. We got to go back into discussion.
Okay.
But I did load some of your footage up on there when you are interviewing. They call me PYT, and when they were also interviewing Low Key. So tell me about your experiences. I kind of just put you on the spot because mainly you were supposed to be an award model, just helping with the awards and stuff. So how do you feel the fact that you just got kind of pushed into that?
I was born for it.
Yeah.
I was really born for it, honestly. Like, I'm ready to go to work, like, right now. So give me what needs to be done, and it will be done. And that's the power of women, coming together and making it work. Tell me what I got to do and I'll get it done. And I always say teamwork makes the dream work. And I honestly, like, I'm so proud of you because that inspired me in so many ways you don't even know.
Oh, really?
So I really appreciate the opportunity. So thank you.
Great. I mean, I prayed that God will make a difference in people's lives once I had the award show, but I didn't know how he would do it. But I remember going to an event, the Jello Awards, the first one, and I remember meeting up with a lot of people, and they were telling me how things have changed for them. So if things have changed, things have changed. Good. You know what I mean? So now I'm going to a bigger platform. I'm trying, I'm putting people on TV. If you have a show ideal, and it doesn't necessarily, it can fit under one of those categories that I have up there. Like, I have a new thing where I want people to videotape their kids and stuff, and I'm gonna let my little granddaughter and my daughter run the show. It's called My Kid's a Star. So you know how every parent thinks their kid is a star? I mean, in our eyes, our kids are adorable and they are stars, So I'm gonna let those proud parents, send me some footage of their children, and they can put their children on the channel. So I think that would be good, giving kids an opportunity.
Definitely.
I do have health and fitness. Yeah, so there'll be a person that's doing health and fitness. There'll also be a person that'll be doing the hip hop culture. I had a good one for you, actually. I don't know if this is your basis, but I have a category called Fashion Heaven.
Ooh, I like that.
Fashion Heaven. So Fashion Heaven could be about a lot of things. It can not only just be about fashion, it could be about models. It could be going behind the scenes, seeing how everybody's getting ready for the runway. A lot of times, we don't know what models go through. We see these nice, pretty, made up girls, but what do they have to go through in order, to keep this image up? You feel me? Yeah. So, I thought you would be great for it because I was like, if you could go behind the scenes and talk to some of the models, or you can do a call, like not really an audition call, but some type of call, and be like, hey, models out there, we want to hear your story, and then, we can come with the cameraman and you could sit down and have your little questions and, you know what I mean? So I thought about you when it came to Fashion Heaven, what I mean? Yeah, and you did win Model of the Year. Yes. So it's only right that we give you an opportunity to try to, be the spokesperson and be the host of that particular show.
I like that.
Yeah, so I would like to offer that to you. What we're gonna do, and because it's gonna become your show, you'll be able to get like people who want to advertise on your show. So meaning they will pay into your show to advertise their commercial or their business on your show.
Definitely.
And it'll be a wonderful thing because it's Roku TV. A lot of these TV now, even though they're smart TVs and they have Sony and Vizio and all that stuff.
All these platforms.
But you also have a Roku channel on there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's, Roku falls up under the smart TVs. So you guys, Wigging Out Radio and the different topics we're going to have. I also have another category called Breaking the Barriers,
Okay.
And I think that's a good topic because that topic can range from women to children to men to homelessness, to why did you become the person you came and how did you get through it? It's like breaking the barriers. Like I came from an abusive home. I'm just gonna take me. I came from a very abusive home, but it was up to me to break that barrier. Because sometimes when people are going through stuff, they don't know how to break the chain. Yeah, that cycle. They don't know how to break the cycle. I thought, because I was an abused child, that when I had my child, I was supposed to beat her like Kuta Kinte.
Oh, wow.
And so I did that with my first child, but then I went to school, got educated. I went to Compton College, and Compton College kind of taught me about, children and stuff and how it's not good to, have that same cycle go over and over again.
It's basically kind of like balance. I don't have any kids but I've worked with kids, and it's all about discipline. And I know that it's a limit when you're beating your child versus disciplining your child.
Right.
So the fact that you went and you got educated and you broke that cycle is no more to that.
Right. No more. That's over. That's done with. Yeah.
And then so now it's time for new growth. It's time for new, better, healthy cycles. Communication. That's something that in the Black and Brown community that we're still struggling till today.
Right.
When we're sad, we don't really tend to speak up about it. We tend to either find a distraction to get our mind off of it. 9 times it leads it to drugs, alcohol, relationships, toxic relationships. Don't matter if it's an intimate friendship, crime, and then that all goes down to the wrong path. So it's very important to catch that. So make sure you're on your P's and Q's. So definitely.
Yeah.
Is it okay if I go live on mine?
Oh yeah, go live. Yeah. So I just want to touch on some of the topics that we'll be having. I have another one. If you see that blue thing right there, yeah.
Oh, this is one.
That's one.
I like that.
Yeah. And if it's too far, then we can get another.
So that should be good.
Yeah. Hopefully the fans won't bring it down. Okay. So I got that topic going on. I also have a food life for those that like to cook and want to show us some new recipes.
Ooh.
Some new recipes. I do have a category on my channel called Food Life. So if you want to go in the kitchen and you want to film how to cook this and cook that, send your footage in to Wigging Out Radio. We'll look it over. If we like it, we're going to put it on the Roku channel. Health and fitness. Godmother Funk, since you joined. Hello. Hello, Mads. Hello, everybody. But since you like fitness and stuff like that, I had a guy who approached me about health and fitness.
Okay.
But I can have more than one show under one category, so it don't necessarily have to be the same person that's doing the same thing over and over
Switch
again.
It up.
Yeah.
We got to bring culture back into the food. Make it healthy, make it good, taste good, all of that. I'm excited.
Yeah, because if it's sweet, if it ain't sweet, I'm not eating it, and that is my only downfall. If I stop eating sweets, chips, and sodas, I would not have a weight problem at all.
Yeah, I feel like right now, as I'm getting older, my diet is like changing. Like I can't eat the same things no more because my stomach, if my body is rejecting it. So that's how I know, like I know what to eat and what not to eat, and so it's just being mindful and cautious.
And wait till you get older, because when you get older, like my age, the taste buds are not the same. I'm telling you guys, when you are young and things taste super good, like I want McDonald's fries was priceless. I mean, the way they tasted was so good, and the milkshakes. Oh my God! I swear those milkshakes was like, I thought my mom took a whole bunch of snow, put some vanilla in it, mixed it up, rolled it. Oh, it was so delicious. But what I found out is that, it's changing. My taste buds are changing. So McDonald's don't taste as good as it used to be. Burger King used to be the bomb. It don't taste that.
Yeah, I feel like with me, if I eat a burger, fries, my stomach will have a like. Whew, I will not. I can't.
Yeah.
It's. I gotta stay home for the next 24 hours. Because,
Right.
like for one, it don't taste the same no more, and for two, like you are what you eat. So if you eating things that are gonna slow you down, it's not gonna give you the energy. You're gonna feel like a slug. You're gonna feel like I'm drowsy. You ever get the itis after you eat? Something I had to realize: getting the itis is actually not a good thing. Like when you full, you're supposed to feel. When you eat, you're supposed to feel energized. But if you're getting sleepy and tired, after, I'm telling you, after these meals, I'll be tired, ready to take a nap, and I had to tell myself why. Why? And it was the food I was eating.
Right.
So I'm really sticking to like water and healthy, like healthy drinks. Yeah. And I also got put on CMOS. CMOS has really detoxed my how do you say it? Ingestive system. Yeah. So CMOS, all of that sustainable organic things, and then also herbs. I've been on like my tea. So definitely that made my face clear. It gave me clarity. That's like my meditation to like the beginning of my day.
So what kind of tea are you on?
So the tea that I'm on is I have a star anise that I'll like put on the pot, boil it, let that little simmer. I'll put cinnamon, sea moss. I also put mint. It depends on the type of vibe and energy I'm looking for. So like mint, it gives me clarity, versus star anise, it gives me an aroma of I feel good. Sea moss, it opens up my pores. It opens up my digestive system to where I'm able to like I can push all day. We're not having to feel sluggish. Versus if I eat a bag of chips, even if it be so quick, and it's crazy because the cheap stuff is always the fast stuff, but it's the quickest thing you can get too.
Right.
So yeah. So I gotta tell myself I have to start pre-planning. Like it's called meal prep.
Okay.
And so meal prep is something that I'm going to start getting into because, as a busy woman, we're always on the run. You have to take care of your body. If I got to the point where if I'm not eating, I get burnt out and I don't got the same energy.
Yeah.
I'm not happy. You're not you when you and when you're not you when you're hungry. You are not you when you're hungry. So I know when I'm hungry, I'm not me. Okay. I'm anxious. I'm like
I'm irritated.
I'm irritated. Yeah.
Yes, I'm very irritated. So let me ask you, how did you come up with the name Pretty Cake?
So honestly, it was through my I was at my rock bottom.
Okay.
I was in my rock bottom. I was in a toxic relationship, and I needed something to like look up to, and so I didn't have a best friend. I didn't have someone I was so close to at the time. So, we look in the mirror every day, and I realized you could be your own best friend, and I realized it. So Pretty K was something that I need to. She was sparked in the spring, when things are planted. So I planted a seed in investing in myself.
Okay.
To say that Pretty K is gonna be my best friend. She's gonna be like a positive role model. She's gonna be like, I'm not gonna say an alter ego, but a real life best friend, and that's me. And now the way I spelled it was different because it's PRETTYKA and 4 I's. Now I didn't know where the 4 I's came from. I just wanted to be different. But God is always working through me. That later He revealed those are affirmations. Now It's for I feel, I am, I can, and I will. And I stand in those words because those words are affirmations to let me know. I started Pretty K back in 2018. We're in 2021, and I'm so blessed to say I've come this far.
Right.
I got my LLC. I got her. I got her official. She's mine. I own it. I am the president, the CEO, and the founder. And it's something that I just want to, give people like positive affirmations.
Right.
So when you see Pretty K, you sing a positive role model.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
And just to, change people's life for the better.
And that's why I feel like, you'll be good for a fashion heaven, because even though fashion looks beautiful on the outside, you just don't know what people go through on the inside, and sometimes it takes a pretty face like yourself, where especially female models a trust, and they feel like they can talk to you. You know what I mean? So, and I feel like, you're down to earth person, very relatable. I'm sure you can get on their level too. If they try to go there on their level, I'm sure you can get on that level.
Quick.
Yeah, I'm sure you can get on that level. So I feel confident in knowing that, I feel, that you can handle that category. See, when I had the award show, I had a vision of certain people that I want to do certain things with. Now I had all kind of people coming towards me. Oh, I can do this, I can do that, and the spirit just started telling me no. For certain people, it's like, no, you can't do that. It just wouldn't let me do it. Like, no, it's a bad idea. Don't do it. And I would kind of have them hanging for a little while. And then finally, as it got close, I was just like, no, we're full. Maybe next time, maybe there's another opportunity. But if God don't place somebody on my heart, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of hard to go with that flow. It's hard to go with a flow when a person picked you. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, I picked you. Let me just take somebody pick me to be their mentor. You know what I'm saying? And I try to be there for that person, but I'm not sure if they really want me to be their mentor, but they pick me. And of course, I'm honored about it. I love being people mentors and stuff, but, am I the right person for that person? You know what I'm saying? So, I just want to be clear, because I feel like when somebody's a mentor, they need to not spend a whole lot of time, but they do need to spend some time with each other, chit chatting, going over some things, talking about business, any ideas. Mentors are supposed to help lead
it's
you.
healthy. Yeah. I would recommend everybody to get a mentor or a coach. And the categories I would say is mentally, physically, emotionally, and financially.
Okay.
So that way, in those areas, you know where to grow. And then the areas that you're weak in, you can look at that and say, oh, this is what I'm struggling with. Okay, so how can I become better at this? So I definitely, I actually had mentors since I was 6 years old. I grew up with a nonprofit organization called the Boys and Girls Club.
Okay.
So I was very affiliated with them, and they had a lot of leadership, mentorship.
They did.
And at a young age, I was able to grasp that. And at 16, I was teaching 18 years old, 19 years old what healthy relationships look like. So it's really like you learn and you teach what you learn and pass it on.
Right.
That's the whole purpose.
So how old are you?
I'm 24.
Oh, you're 24. Okay. Yes. I have a daughter that's 24 years old. So you still got a lot of time, travel, see the world before you start having kids. Of course, when my kids had kids, I was happy. I was the happy grandmother. Yeah, go ahead and do it, but are you sure? Sometimes I regret, but I'm not against, aborting a baby. You know what I mean? Because I was kind of forced into that situation.
Oh,
so
no way.
So, yeah, I was forced into that situation by my mother, who thought I wasn't mature enough to have a baby.
How old were you, if you don't mind me asking?
I was 19 at the time. What? 19 years old at the time. and she told me that I was not mature enough and that I'm not ready for a baby. But see, that's something you never tell a person because emotionally that damaged me. You know what I mean? Like having if I told you to go get an abortion, right? And you're still feeling like, well, I kind of want to keep it, but I kind of don't. I can't afford it. And I have no right telling you, look, pretty K, your situation, you shouldn't have a baby. That's not for me to tell you because
Right.
believe me, if you decide to abort that baby, I'm going to be held accountable because I told you that you should have an abortion.
Wow.
So I don't believe in that. Period.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, I don't believe in that. If
Yeah,
yeah,
I always say babies are a blessing. And so if God gave you a blessing, don't kill your blessing.
right,
Protect your blessing. Because
right.
you never know if that blessing is gonna, make you, that's where a lot of people get their power back through their babies, through their
Mhm.
kids.
Mhm.
That's what motivates people is their babies, their children. I don't have any kids, but I have nephews, and I know that I want to be able to inspire my nephews and let them know, like, hey, your auntie got you. If you're doing
Right.
bad, I'm gonna correct you, but your
Right.
auntie love you at the end of the day.
Right, right. And
So
you just never know who kids will grow up to be. I mean, you just never know. It's just some of the things you guys, my audience, know that I have done in my life, which I'm not very proud of. But then again, I am proud of some things. I have to go through some things to get to the level that I'm at.
yes.
And sometimes you make bad decisions and things happen, which happened to me. But I feel like that happened to me because I was supposed to come back and give my testimony. You feel me?
Yes,
Mhm.
yes, and here you are.
Mhm.
Here you
And
are
here
giving
I
your
am.
testimony,
Here I
and you
am.
never know who needed to hear this
Mhm.
today, right
Right.
now.
Right.
So I'm very grateful that you're able to share that because it's you
Mhm.
don't just tell anybody that. So
No, you
I
just
appreciate
can't.
that.
Because people are too
Very
judgmental.
judgmental.
And you just never know what people are going through. That's just like I tell people, they wonder why I don't get gun haul on stars and stuff like that.
Right.
Because you guys, I done been around celebrities, actually been to their house, know how they live, their lifestyle and stuff. A lot of them are not happy. They are
Mm.
not happy at all. So a lot of them, they do drugs and do other things to hide, to shield that pain. So
Wow.
even though you guys are looking at them and you're idolizing them and everything, a lot of them have mental issues.
Yeah, that's honestly that would be number one. Like when it comes down to celebrity, is the mentality because you are in the spotlight and you don't have that privacy. You don't have that. So
Mm-hmm.
it's a lot of pressure, and when you're not guided or you're not surrounded by the right people,
Mm-hmm.
you can go broke. You can go become an addict. You can become just being in the wrong environment, making wrong choices. So
Mm-hmm.
it's not all that to be a celebrity. I'm
Yeah.
not too fond of it either.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I feel like I'm here for a purpose and an impact, and I'm just here to change people's lives. So
Mm-hmm.
if God give me the light, God be the glory.
Yeah, always, always.
Always.
And let's talk about what upcoming projects do you have? So what's going on with Pretty K?
Well, Pretty K has been super busy, and that's where one thing I'm trying to manage because it's like, honestly, ever since I was able to get awarded at the award show,
Mm-hmm.
I've been getting a lot of like calls and hey, come promote, hey, come do this. But one thing, like for example, yesterday, shout out to One World Peace. This
Okay.
is a
I heard it.
fashion designer. He
Okay.
has just opened his brand new shop in downtown LA,
Okay.
and I'm very grateful to be a part of the team because I'm in the like I'm in the poster. I'm in the door. Like I'm right
Uh-huh.
there. So
Uh-huh.
it's a blessing to see
Oh,
I'm
great.
I'm the first thing you see
Oh,
when
really?
you get to the store, and it's like a blessing because One World Peace is not just a fashion line. It's
Okay.
it's a statement. We all ask for peace, but let's talk about one world peace.
Right. Uh-huh.
So it's honestly like I'm very grateful to be part of the movement because it's only growing from here.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's one, and then another one is I just on Saturday there was a backpack drive because I know the kids start to, school
Mm-hmm.
today.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty K was able to get connected and give back to the community. This was in Compton at the place that we had your award show.
Okay.
So, and it's going full circle because this is the third time that I've been to St. Julian's shop. Shout out to him.
Shout out.
He's doing his thing.
Shout out,
Black
Prince.
excellence. I'm all about it, and I'm just excited to be a part of the community because I was born in Inglewood, but I was raised in Palmdale, which is like the AV is desert, is not a lot. So right now it's just like I'm able to be where I come from. I feel I'm at home.
Okay.
And it feels good. And now that I'm able to give back, all I want to do is give back even more.
Yes,
and
that's
to
how
a bigger
I feel.
audience. Yeah, like
that you have some people that are givers and some people who are takers. If I take, I don't really feel right taking. It's just I think I got it from my dad because my mom was nowhere like that. But my dad was a giver. And so me and my sisters, we are real givers. Like we'll go without our hair being done, nails. We don't none of that stuff. But if I can turn around and give a kid something or give an adult something, then I'm happy. And speaking of what you did, and I meant to donate. I'm so sorry.
No,
you should have. I should have gave you my address, or you should have told me where it was at. I could have.
I was able to raise $100. So I was able to buy a lot of notepads.
Okay.
So that way the kids have notepads to write, and also I have my own business in life insurance and financial services. So when I went to the community, I was able to teach them about financial literacy. It was something that we all struggle in the Black and Brown community. So I'm very grateful to have the platform PHP, which simply stands for People Helping People.
Okay.
So I'm excited to get connected with them. We just had our annual convention in Las Vegas. We had Mike Tyson as a guest speaker. We had Mario Lopez as the host, and we had Nikki Jam as one of the celebrity artists. Felt like a concert. I can tell you, PHP is not your ordinary life insurance industry. PHP is honestly, I would say, like the new wave to like the fun entertainment, but we're down and we're about our business. We're here to educate the people about literacy, financial literacy. With whole COVID hitting, we want to protect our people. We want to protect, our legacy. You cannot leave this world without nothing. You have to leave something behind. And what's not best more than to leave out a financial, the stable stability. It's protected, it's secured. So if God forbid I pass away, my mom and my dad are secured.
Okay.
And I'm very grateful to say I have life insurance. I'm very grateful to say that I was able to give my dad a life insurance.
Okay.
So now it's helping my family, helping my community, helping the people who I know need it the most. Who else is going to do that type of thing?
What about people like myself who can't really afford life insurance? And one thing with that too, I hate the nagging. Don't call my phone every month.
Oh, definitely.
Don't come to my door. That is just like,
and that's a level of respect. That one thing I can understand PHP is we do follow-ups. So first and foremost, we communicate with the client. We let them know, hey, so we sit down, we let you know how much coverage you need. And then everybody pays differently. And honestly, life insurance is not as expensive as people think it is. You can spend $20 to $50 a month. And people spend how much on car insurance?
We spend
too much on materialistic things and not knowing that it's truly an investment. And we have multiple services where you can actually protect and grow your money.
Okay.
So it's really about actually having to sit down and say, listen, I want to learn about this. What can I do to protect my family if God forbid something happens to me? And that's it. And then as far as level of respect, I would never chase somebody because at the end of the day, we don't need you. You need us. And I say that respectfully because at the end of the day, it goes back to teamwork makes the dream work. It's like if you want to make a family work, we got to work together. So me being as your agent and you being as my client, I would love to have that teamwork so we can, get the policy in place. Communication is right. It's not a toxic relationship where I'm like calling you, you ignoring me. that'd be the worst type of relationships.
Right.
You're in a relationship and you calling them and they, they're
don't
not
answer
answering,
it.
and it's like, it's toxic, and I'm not for that. So, I'm very grateful to have this platform as well. It's teaching me how to save money. It's teaching me how to make money. I'm traveling the world. I'm very blessed to say that, because I honestly, like, I come up from a 9 to 5. Through this platform, I was able to leave my 9 to 5. Okay. Am I going back? No. I'm not looking back. I'm self-employed. I'm an entrepreneur. Okay. I'm proud of it. I have pride in it, and we're all about unity.
Right.
Definitely.
Right. Well, I mean, I'm so excited for you. It's just so many different projects, that comes on, and I like the way Pretty K carries herself. She carries herself like a lady. Yeah. And that's always important to your brand. If I'm bringing you onto my brand, yes. It's the way you carry yourself and present yourself. I mean, like for instance, most of the guests had called off today. So, I have my little sis is Queen Elevation, which is from Power of Lipstick. So I'm like, I'm just forget it. Last week didn't have no sound. This went wrong. That went wrong. And she was like, you still got to do the show. And I'm like, she reminds me of the godmother of funk. Like, what do you mean I still got to do the show?
The show must go on. The show must go on.
I don't want to do it, but, she's always there like, well, I don't care what your problem is, Melody, but you still have to do the show, People are relying on it, they watch it, they go back on it. You have to do the show. So I'm thankful to have like Queen Elevation in my life, because whenever I feel, and it happens every Monday, I swear to God, you guys don't understand. I work Thursday through Sunday, and I'm dealing with crazy people, like not literally like in a mental hospital, but the restaurant business is sort of like dealing in a mental hospital, because everybody has their own needs, their own wants. They like this way, that way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes the money is good, but the headache that goes along with it,
Yes.
That's why I do have Wigginnoutradio. That's why I'm currently going back to school to do taxes.
Oh, really?
You
awesome.
have to.
I was looking into that too.
Oh, well, I can hook you up with.
I was looking into it. I really want to invest in. I'm invested in real estate. I'm actually gonna get my license once I pass my state test.
Right.
I already did my school and everything, but taxes came across my mind because we do this annually. Uh-huh. So I'm so self-independent that I want to learn this for myself, so that way I don't have to depend on the next person, pay the next person. And then I'm just learning more literacy of finances. So That's just another spiel.
Well, I definitely have an opportunity for you. Yes, I work for Jackson Hewitt.
Okay.
Under a guy by the name of Saul. And he's actually, at this time, in case anybody want to know, actually at this time, Jackson Hewitt, I work for HKK. They are looking for new people, and they will train you for free. The only thing you will have to pay for is your live scan, and live scan is your fingerprint, and it's just one other thing. But being educated, they will educate you for free.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so I would definitely give you the hookup for that. But I want to touch base back on the life insurance and stuff like that, because I was talking to my little sis, which everybody knows, Queen Elevation, and she was just telling me, like, when people get on drugs, they don't care how, if something happened to them, they don't care how it's going to get paid, So she has a person that she knows personally who died, who was not only a drug addict, I believe she said the person gang bang. And it's like, the way she told it to me made me think like twice. She was like, basically, that person was being selfish. That person knew that they were on drugs. They knew they was living a dangerous life, and they passed, and they didn't have no insurance, and they left everything up to the family.
And that's a burden.
Yeah.
That's a burden. And that's something that we don't want to let people know, like, hey, you're not paying a bill. You're investing in yourself.
Right.
You're investing in your family.
Mm-hmm.
Because now I'm sure the family has to figure out how to get those funds for the funeral, for the bills, for, whatever all it adds up to.
And that made me think, because I definitely don't want to put my family through that struggle. If I put my girls through that struggle, they're going to break down.
It gets emotional.
Yeah,
it gets emotional because you don't know when it's going to be your last day, especially with what's going on in the world. You don't know. So just like people protect themselves with car insurance,
right?
They can protect themselves with life insurance.
That's true. And I guess no one likes to think about that. Nobody. I don't even want to talk about it. Just be like, oh my God, But I mean, there is a time that it has to come up for discussion.
Definitely,
it has to come up for discussion. But yeah. So how do you think? How do you feel about this whole COVID thing? Have you gotten vaccinated yet?
Me personally, no. I leave my faith to God to protect me. I honestly feel like you choose what you want to do. I'm not going to judge you.
Right.
But personally, me, I didn't get vaccinated.
Okay, so there's supposed to be a law or something going into effect.
I heard that.
Yeah.
They forcing it. That's what that is.
Yeah, they're forcing it, and it's scary because people have different diseases in their body, and they don't know how it's gonna affect them.
I heard crazy stories about people getting vaccinated and still passing away. Or they would get vaccinated and then it messes up their motor system, as in like they don't talk the same, they don't think the same, they're having seizures, or they're going in shock. So it's like you don't know what this shot is gonna do to you.
Right. And we have a couple of friends, my family do, who have gotten a vaccine, and they'll just have nosebleeds out of nowhere. Their nose is just bleeding.
That's super scary.
And I feel healthy now. I feel good, even though I need to lose weight, but I feel good. I'm just scared. I don't know what's in that stuff that they're putting in our bodies.
Have you got vaccinated?
I haven't got vaccinated.
My parents have, and so I was like praying for them through the beginning and still praying for them. Because you don't know what to expect. It's honestly like you're really just like, what's gonna happen? Yeah. Now with them for like putting a restriction on everybody having to do it. Do you know the setup of how it's gonna go? Like, is this something that I know people can't go to work unless they are?
Right.
Or even with the kids, like I know you got babies. Did they have to get anything before going back to school?
They have to get a COVID test, and as long as they're not vaccinated, they have to get a COVID test every week.
Oh, what?
Every week they have to, else they cannot go to school. So that's taking a lot of time and energy away from parents. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So every week they have to get vaccinated. Every day, just like how you would go into a doctor's office or whatever, they give you those COVID questions. Every day they have to answer those COVID questions.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're honestly living in a different time zone, a different time where we got to be more cautious, got to be more safe, and you got to just stay prayed up. Because you don't know when it's going to be your last.
Yeah, God is the only one.
God is the only one, and that's what keeps me happy, and He brings me joy because He's my hope. He is my salvation.
Mm-hmm.
He is my rock. He's what keeps it solid.
Yeah.
So even if God forbid I pass away tomorrow, I know I'm gonna be saved.
Right.
Good. So it goes, and that's where the spiritual comes. Like, are you saved? Do you know God? Do you believe in Jesus Christ?
Mm-hmm.
Because you don't know, and the last thing I would want is for a brother or a sister to not end up in heaven where they need to be.
Right.
Because that's what matters the most.
Right.
This is all temporary. All
this is temporary, including our bodies. It's temporary. We have a soul. We have a soul. A lot of people don't believe in it, but this is just, like making something. Like God made me, God made you, but inside there we have a spirit,
Mm-hmm.
and that spirit for so long that body dies,
Mm-hmm.
and when that body dies, that spirit has to travel somewhere else.
Yes.
So what I mean, it's scary just even thinking about the thought of death. I don't even like to think about death because I'm like, how am I gonna pass, Lord? Is it gonna hurt? Can I go in
Right.
my sleep? I just have all these like little crazy ideas, so I try not to think about death too much, and I try to live for life, because when I
Yes.
think about death, death is depressing.
It is. It is. And I can honestly say, like, the fact that you mentioned you got to live your best life, you got to live the fullest of what you can experience out of this earth.
Mm-hmm.
I know there's good people, there's bad people, there's good places, there's bad places. It's honestly, you have to make how do you perceive it? How do you make the best out of it? So
Mm-hmm.
honestly, it's all about, it goes back to love, peace, and unity coming together, because together we're better,
Mm-hmm.
I think that we can build together when we come together. I know that there's a lot of conversations that people don't want to talk about, like, mental death, all of that. But I feel like this is the perfect time to talk about it. Why? Because honestly, it needs to be heard. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
And if I know I have a voice to speak about it, so I will speak on it and let them know, like, talk about it. How do you feel? How can you plan? What can you do to make yourself feel more secure?
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's baby steps. Baby
Mm-hmm.
steps. God is leading me. So, sometimes I'm like, God, what's next?
Mm-hmm.
This is next. I'm here. You have my full attention.
Right. So, with all this going on in your life, is there a special guy right now?
No, honestly, it's really just being obedient to God.
Mm-hmm.
And my priority right now is my mom and my dad. They are my pride and my joy.
Mm-hmm.
I think that at the age of 24, my mindset has flipped. So you grow, you become a parent, and you take care of your kids. Now that I am no longer a child and I am an adult, I don't no longer think as a child. So I look at my parents as my babies.
Okay. Yeah. Uh-huh.
And I know it sounds crazy because you might never heard that before, but
no, because
I look
my
at
children take care of me,
yeah,
like Natalie, my oldest daughter.
And how does it feel like to know that your babies are up and now they're taking care of you? Like,
I mean, it feels good that especially that
you raised them right. That's it.
Yeah, well, with my oldest one, I could say, she really, looks after me and make sure I'm taken care of and stuff. It might get on her nerves, and oh, mom, okay, again, why can't you do it? Because I'm mommy, I did this. So it feels good, but then you don't want them to start babying you too much, because then, wait a minute, they're going to start making decisions and start counting your coins.
Oh, yeah.
Then it's going to be a problem.
Yeah, no, that's doing too much.
Yeah, but if anything should happen to me, my oldest daughter is the overseer, because she's peaceful. She know how to handle stuff and just take care of it and just go. Like,
That's
okay,
good.
like she has two other siblings. You know what I mean? And they kind of they kind of go back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
So she can come and be okay. Well, somebody, this is yours. Mallory, this is yours. You guys have a good life. I did what mom wanted me to do. I mean, so Natalie's good for that.
I love that. Yeah, and that's how I am with my mom and my dad. Like, I know I can't give them all of me because I still got to go working out, and I still got to go out, work, and go get it, and that's what I'm doing right now as we speak. So when I don't answer the calls, when I don't answer the texts, they understand. And so that's where the communication comes in.
Great.
So it's all love and respect.
Are you still living at home?
No, I actually I have my own studio in Palmdale.
Oh,
so I live by myself, and for the last 3 years it's been like that. No cats, no dogs, no pets to my name.
Right.
So it's really just me finding out what my purpose is, and I'm living it now. So now I am where I'm supposed to be. So I'm not worried. I'm not afraid. I am who I was supposed to be, and I'm gonna just, continue to let God work through
And
me.
you got your peace. I mean, you're living in your own place, and you got your peace.
Yes.
But how does it feel to drive from Palmdale all the way down here?
At first, I like it. I like long drives because I like being in my own space, driving my own zone. So I like it. I think that because I'm traveling more, like I'm actually getting on planes more. I'm actually like, I'm not driving. I'm actually getting driven to places. It's more easy. So God is giving me a team, and I'm also manifesting the right team to work with me. So that way, no matter where I go, no matter what time it is, I know that my team is solid. Whether it be a makeup, whether it be a mentor, whether it be, spiritual, I have to have my pastor. So to keep me spiritually protected.
Right.
I gotta protect my energy. And then also God will send me beautiful people of walks of life and really just speak to me, and I've never met them before, but have a deep conversation to the point where it's like, wow, we've known each other for this long, but I just met you, and we're having conversations like we met each other, we've known each other for so long. So I'm honestly like, I'm proud of myself because I am where I'm supposed to be right now. In the moment, in the present is where I'm focused. I don't want to live in the future. I'm not no longer in the past. I'm really deeply rooted in what am I supposed to do? What is my calling? And I'm half Salvadorian and half Haitian.
And I can hear the accent in your voice. And I never knew you had an accent until today.
I think I don't know. But I was gonna say, like, my dad coming from Haiti, I don't know if you heard, but Haiti actually had an earthquake on Saturday.
Yeah.
And it was like 6.4 like to 7.0. And that's just been, since that has just been on my heart. And I've been asking God, like, God, am I supposed to go out there? I need to help my people. Like, what am I supposed to do? So if I am meant to be going out there within the next 4 months, I am ready. God sent me out there, and I know I'm gonna have a team. Like, I'm not afraid. I'm ready. I'm ready to do what I'm supposed to do.
Right, and that's so awesome because it's like a lot of 20-year-olds, they are lost. They don't know which way they're going, how to do it. They're unsure about themselves. And I heard you mention something about manifestation. So what do you know about that? Because I'm into that too.
Yeah, so literally manifestation, it's planting a seed of what you want to become your reality. So for example, I've been manifesting to travel the world internationally, not just in California, not just in the United States. So my mind right now is focused on going internationally, but not just for whatever reason, for a purpose. So now you got to get, what is the intention behind your manifestation? So whether if it's a car, you want to get a brand new house, whether you want to have a healthy relationship, it comes from the thought, know.
Right.
So you think about it, and then you visualize it, and then you start affirming it with the affirmations. I am traveling the world. I am going international. I will be protected no matter where I go. And then that's how slowly but surely, it will start coming to fruition. I don't know how to say it. It will start coming to real life, to reality.
Yeah.
And so, like, it's truly a blessing because I am manifesting. And I know you said you're manifesting. If you don't mind me asking, what are you manifesting, sis? What are you manifesting?
So,
what are you manifesting?
Okay, so I have this book. It's called Power 369. And basically, I found that on Instagram because I'm an Instagram shopper. And basically, I saw something. I was going through like a financial hardship, and I saw something under the three. It's called a 369 method. That's what it's called. And under that, I saw that it says I am receiving large sums of money. So you write that down 3 times. I'm receiving large sum of money.
Affirmation.
You do that in the morning. Then in the afternoon, you do it 6 times. I am receiving large sums of money. And you write that down 6 times. And then at night, you write it down 9 times. And you say, I am receiving large sum of money. Now that may be my subject for today. Okay. But then I might travel on to like another subject because the way the book is set up. But I mean, if you want to do a whole month that I am receiving large sums of money, I suggest you get a notebook and you practice the 3, the 6, and the 9. 3 in the morning, 6 in the afternoon, 9 at night. You know what I mean? Until that goal comes to pass. You know what I mean?
I actually needed to hear that, like the 369, because the word for this month is repetition. Okay, we're in August. You're like 5 months away from, a whole new year.
Right.
So now it's a repetition of what is it that I want now that I have to continue to do to get to where I want to get to. Whether if it's practicing in, talking in public, whether if it's studying my financial literacy. It's a lot of information. It's not easy, but I know I got to sit there and study.
Right.
So I'll study it, but then we got to now implement it and then go back and do it again. Why? Because it's like it comes and then it goes. Right. So now it's like playing basketball, like Kobe. He was practicing and then he would go out and play, and then he'll go back to practicing, and then it's repetitive. And so that's like a cycle, but a healthy cycle.
And that's a good concept that you made, especially for the younger people. They can understand that. It's like going into practice. You got to practice every day. And then when you practice, you're getting ready for that game. So you practice 369, right?
Yes.
You're 369. And then you have a game. That game will be next Friday. So you practice in 369. And then what you do is you actually put that game into reality. Yes. You bring it forth. It's not you can pray. It's nothing wrong with praying because God hears our prayer. But also God wants us to know that we have to put some effort into things too in order to make it transpire.
One of the things that my mentor Cindy Coble says is faith without works is dead. So basically, you can have this plan, you can have this dream, you can have whatever you desire.
Right.
But if you're not working towards it, it's dead. You could plant many seeds, but if you don't go put it to work, if you don't water it, if you don't let it grow, it's not going to go anywhere.
Right.
So it's definitely like so many ways you can say it, but at the end of the day, you can't skip the work. You got to go to work. And I'm talking to myself because sometimes we be slipping, sometimes we get comfortable, sometimes we want to take a break, but no, sometimes we got to keep going. You got to keep going. And then sometimes we'll have like somebody in our ear say, you've been working too hard, relax.
Right.
No, don't let them distract you. That's a distraction. You're on a mission. Don't until you complete that mission, until that flower is blossomed, and I can keep going and going, but you got to go to work.
Right.
Gotta go to work. I'm listening to myself talk. I have to go to work.
Yeah.
I'm at work now. I'm working right now. We working right now.
Yeah, we're working. We're always, always saying, I'm glad that I met women such as yourself, such as Queen Elevation, the godmother of funk, even my friend Robin, Mass from Wood Pussy Monologue, because we're all like powerful women in our own way. We all have dreams, but we're not sitting back waiting for it to happen or waiting for the knight in shiny armor on the horse to come in.
I'm gonna go get mine right now.
Yeah,
hold up.
I need it now.
I need it now. Yeah.
I'm spoiled, and I like nice stuff, and I can't wait on that guy to provide me with nice stuff.
Get it yourself.
So I'm gonna have to get it myself.
And I love that you said that, because that's something that my dad always installed in me. When I was 6 years old, he always told me, friends are not going to pay your bills. Boyfriends are not going to pay your bills. And that always stuck to me. So I wasn't even like 6 years old. I was like, when I started going to school, it stuck to me because I was like, friends will come and friends will go. Yes, you will meet amazing people you'll click with and they'll feel like family. But if they go, it's okay. Why? Because for one, it wasn't like toxic or nothing, but there's a time and a place for everything. So right now is our time. And I know that you're going to continue to grow. You're going to continue to expand. And I'm going to see that. And I'm going to be like, oh my gosh, I remember we were sitting on a red couch and we was having this conversation.
Right.
And it's just like, right now is the right time and the right place.
Right.
And I love him for that, because it saved me so much time from toxic. Like I had one bad relationship. It was first love. That's it. That's all. But I needed that because now I know what I want and what I don't want. I know what I need and what I don't need. I know what I deserve and what I don't deserve.
Right.
And then it goes on and on. So I'm very grateful. So like I love my dad and I love my mom. Like I would say my work ethics from my dad. He's very hardworking. He's very strategic. He's very smart. He's very smart. And then my mom is so nurturing and loving and like unconditional love. And she's so like she brings me the peace. She brings me the joy. And she calls me reina, which is queen in Spanish. And so it reminds me like like she's my queen just as I'm her queen.
So is Haiti from Haiti? Are they black or?
Yeah. So Haiti are actually the first independent black people to gain their independence. Okay, that's our black history. That Haiti is an island. They have their own island, and I've never been there, but that's what I'm saying. Like my roots are calling me. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go.
Right.
And so I want to learn more about my culture. I wish I can sit here and tell you like everything about the food, about the culture, about the colors, but I'm still learning myself. And
That's
so and so like being born in like California, like I'm ready to go and learn about who I am and what runs through my veins,
Right.
because knowing that I come from a first black independent island of black people to gain their independence. They fought for that.
Yes, I know.
They try to take that, and we fought for it, and we gained our independence. So I know that blood runs through me.
Right.
And so I know I can go and I can beat anything and defeat anything. And then my Salvadorian side, I'm still learning about that too. Like I've honestly never been outside of the United States, but it's gonna happen slowly but surely. God is preparing me.
And you're still young, Yes. And don't be a scary cat like I am, because I'm afraid to travel. I am afraid to travel.
It's crazy. This year, the beginning of the year, I've been saying like I have this travel bug I've been itching to scratch. So lately, I've been like throughout the whole year, I've been traveling. I've been to Texas. I've been to Vegas. I'm supposed to go to Washington next month. Like even if it's from city to city, I've been moving. And now it's preparing me for like what's about to explode.
Right. It's just prepping you. You're getting ready. That's what you're getting ready. So I'm excited. And so you can always take the show on the road with you. I'm sure you got a laptop.
Oh yeah, and that's one thing I love about what I do. Like I can really travel and I still go to work. And this is how we stay connected, and I like that. So
yeah, and she can record all her shows on YouTube, and we'll put it on Roku TV, so she'll still be in there. So despite if you're on the road or whatever, I might call you, say, okay, Pretty K, I know you got this interview on Tuesday. I need to have all the footage by Friday morning, and all you do is copy the link and send it to me, and I'll send it to Roku TV.
Okay, I'm excited for that. The platform, the opportunity, the link to expand, and also you never know who I'm gonna be introducing, meeting, interviewing. This is my very first interview, by the way.
Oh yeah, really?
Yeah, because I'm usually the one giving interviews.
Oh, okay.
So now I'm getting interviewed.
Oh, so, I thought you got an interview on California's radio.
I was actually like a co-host on California.
Oh, okay.
Spanish radio. They're like a team. They're like a family. They're like my big brothers. We'd ask questions. We'd have like mutual conversation. But to actually sit down and have a full-blown interview just about me, this is my first time.
Oh,
so
wow.
Thank you. Hey.
That's what's up.
Definitely. So. I'm making moves, and I'm very grateful. Like when the opportunity comes, and like you said, like God will put in your spirit what if it's right or if it's not. I actually had an opportunity that I had to turn down because I had to tell myself like, this is not me. It's not my cup of tea, and that's okay.
And that's the thing. You have to do stuff that's your cup of tea. When I was growing up, I was put in so many different positions that I hated it. I hated it. My dream was to work in an office, dress up, live in one of those real tall buildings, be able to look down and
view.
yeah, and I gotta all guess God tried me on the lower level, so I became an employment service coordinator for the homeless population. And
that's a conversation I want to have.
Yeah,
I mean, about the homeless. Like, I feel like being out here in LA, I've been here for a couple of days now. It really breaks my heart to see about, homelessness, and just we have so many resources and so many nonprofits, but there's the problem still not
but
fixed.
the thing about it is the wrong people are given those resources. The people who are really needed don't want to be like this, don't want to live on the street, not be able to bathe, work, cook in there. They're the ones who are not given the opportunity. I was homeless for 3 years. I was homeless from 2018 to just July 31st of 2021.
Like
yeah, well, not exactly.
Or you
on the
just
street.
like
I was living with people,
okay. Oh, yeah. I know how that feels.
Yeah,
I've
so
been through that.
I just people are rude when you live in a house. They say they want you there, and then you just see a different side of people. And when I start seeing, if you approach me one way and I start seeing a different side, I'm just out of there. I'm not gonna just leave on bad terms or nothing. I'm just gonna be like, oh, I want to be close to my family or close to my job. I'll make up some excuse. But when I see stuff that's not right, and I can't say nothing, I'm in that person's house. So the way they run their house is the way they run it. You know what I mean? So it's up to me to stay there and deal with it, or to find somewhere else to go. And I always managed to find somewhere else to go. I stayed in hotels for a long time, was paying over $2,000 a month in hotel fees and stuff. Plus, that's not counting parking. Plus, I had to pay for parking. So you guys now know parking can go from $10 a day to $50 a day. And I swear to God, I know how I did it. I did it through the Lord, because I had little jobs here and there, but I don't know how I was able to live in the places that I lived in. I mean, my daughter, I could go shopping anytime I wanted to. My youngest daughter, is spoiled rotten, because it's like now we actually have a place, so now there's bills, like we're obligated. When we weren't obligated, we were able to move, go to restaurants, go buy something to wear, didn't have to wash, what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that life was cool for a minute, but then the people, like, say, like, I wanted a relationship, guys couldn't really get into me because I wasn't stable. You know what I mean? So, I know a lot of women think that men look at women as, for a place to stay. Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
They really
and
do.
I grew up and I was like, I didn't realize that until I actually like seen it happen. Like, guys will really like get comfortable with a woman just so they can have a roof over their head. And it's like, is that what we came to be about now? Like,
the roles are reversing.
Yeah, and it's kind of like, like what? That don't make sense.
Right.
People will really get comfortable with somebody just so they can be in a spot where they're secured, as they, what they would call it. But it's like, no, that's not. No, you're supposed to be independent. You're supposed to have your own, and then come together and then build. That's how it's supposed to be. Like me, I'm not on that mindset, because I know I'm still building for myself and my family.
Right.
I have something I have to give to them before I can give to anybody else, and then bring another baby into, or not another, but I've never been pregnant or nothing.
Well, I think it's because of lack of fathers that are here at home.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of the mothers who birth men, who birth boys, into this world, they tend to shelter them, like, oh, you don't have to cook, you don't have to, I'll go get your hair done, you want the latest tennis shoes, I'm buying you the latest tennis shoes. The son could be up there playing video games, the mom would be like, he could say, Mom, I'm hungry, and mama go in the kitchen and cook it. Like when I was growing up, guys 10 years old was mowing people lawns. You know what I mean? Like they were doing newspapers. They were, like newspaper boys and girls. They had like actual jobs. Now the parents is too afraid to let their kids experience life because they think something's going to happen to them. Yeah. So we put that fear in our kids, and that's why our kids don't want to go out there and do stuff with their life. And that's sad.
That is sad. And that's a cycle that needs to be, broken and just recreated, You
see what he wrote?
Well, you can follow me on Instagram at prettykaiiii. That's PRETTYKA and 4 eyes. Show love. I like to show love to my new followers. I'll blow your Instagram up just because I like the support. And that's what I'm about. Supporting. Hey,
and that's Maz from What Pussy Monologue.
Is that a magazine or what?
No, shit, that's the actual podcast.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah. The footage got lost again, so pin it. Oh, okay. He said pin it.
I got you. I'm on it.
Oh, that's me when they say pin it.
And then when you post it, it's going to say click on it and pin comment. And so now it's at the top. I got you. Oh, you got, yeah. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pinned. Okay.
Yeah, so she just taught me something new about Instagram. I didn't know you could do that.
I'm still learning. I made a TikTok, but I didn't even post it on it. Like, honestly, I love Instagram is like my number one platform. Right. I love Instagram. Like, Instagram is like, and Facebook, because Facebook is like so family oriented. I like Facebook. But then when it goes down to Twitter, and then I don't know about the TikTok, because I'm not a dancer. TikTok is more like acting and dancing.
Yeah.
I'm more like photography, and I'll go live before I'll dance. Okay, I'll go live before I dance. Okay.
Right. So with me, definitely like Instagram. I like to watch TikTok. One of my artists almost got signed for me putting him on Twitter, so you never know who's watching on Twitter.
Oh, okay.
You never know.
So you have a Twitter?
I have a Twitter, yeah. It's an X-rated one. What happened
was I made a Twitter, but like the last time I was on it, like was in high school. I don't know, like. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I like that Instagram is popping. Like, I feel like I don't think it's gonna go anywhere anytime soon.
I don't think so too. But the only thing I don't like about Facebook is I was telling my friend, okay, so I got into a car accident. I was bragging about this Mercedes-Benz I had. It was blue. I was so proud of it. It was so beautiful inside and out. Well, one day, this was June 18th, it was parked on the street. This lady was driving a U-Haul, and she hit my car and basically tore my car up. So, I'm like waiting and see.
Here?
It was in North Long Beach.
Man, I've noticed since I've been out here, my car been getting hit. I'm ready to go back to the desert. On some real because I'm looking like I'm in my car and I'm doing, business meeting calls, interviews, and I hear a thump. Oh my goodness. And that's like and then there's a scratch on, oh my gosh. I'm so hot. Yeah. Like, this city does not give a F. Like, if they hit you and you're not there, they're gonna leave a note or nothing, which I don't expect them to, but like, I was just looking like, bro just hit my whole freaking mirror side, and then the side of my car, my baby bumper. Like, my goodness. Like,
and then another thing that people do when you go park at like Walmart or you go to a restaurant, people park right next to you and they'll bump their door into your door, and then
that's so disrespectful. That's so disrespectful.
Yeah, you wonder how you get scratches,
and I'm very so precise, and I'm very like neat freak when it comes out. Like, I'll literally walk 360 morning, afternoon, every time, just to make sure like, okay, like everything seemed right or anything like that. But honestly, like, that's one I probably would not live out here, because like, I'm trying to get a Lamborghini. So imagine like leaving it there parked for 5 minutes.
5 minutes, yeah. I mean, I was telling my sister or my kids or something. I said I can always get a garage. They said, yeah, you can always get a garage, but yet and still, you still have to go out in the public.
Yeah, and then it's traffic, and there's crazy drivers, and it's crazy there's a lot of truckers too. Like them truck though, that's the huge ones too. Like I'm not.
I got hit by a truck. That's how I had the surgery. I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I had a surgery just recently.
Please be safe. Please don't rush. I mean, man, I know you gotta be where you gotta be at, but you never gotta be like that. Like,
yeah, I mean, careful. I mean, what's your rush? I mean, is it gonna make the situation better if you got there any faster? You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't matter. I mean, like, for instance, I had a friend whose sister was dying. She was literally dying. So my friend just whatever she had on, hopped in the car, tried to drive to her sister. By the time she made it to her sister was pronounced dead. So it's like, you doing all this reckless driving because you're trying to get somewhere.
And she's not in her right state of mind.
Right.
I don't think you should drive if you're if you're not in your right state of mind.
Right.
Because now you're driving subconsciously. Subconsciously, you're thinking about what you're getting, where you're going to, but consciously, you're driving like on autopilot, and you're not understanding like one little turn, one little skirt can just take your whole life.
Your whole life.
And you know what? Like when it's a death involved, as you try to be as understanding as possible, but it's like you can't be selfish for your own life too, because now you're putting yourself in that risk too. So I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. I know we have our days. Mm-hmm. Just be mindful. That's it. It's just mindfulness, and that's something I want to keep saying is just to be mindful.
Right.
Be mindful, because it comes from the thought. You are what you see. You are who you hang around with. You are what you eat. So if you are what you're thinking about, like I know I'm gonna be successful, then that's what's gonna come back to me. Mm-hmm. Or you're manifesting this large amounts of money. You know what's gonna come to you. Mm-hmm. So I'm being mindful of my safety, protection, my energy, my vibe, my life, everything. It goes full circle. So just being mindful.
And you gotta protect your energy.
Protect it.
Yeah, you gotta protect your energy. Well, are you going back to Palmdale tonight?
No. So I've actually been staying here for about a week now. I'm gonna head to San Diego from here. In a few days, so I'm like mentally preparing. I'm mentally preparing for that.
Okay.
And then from there, wherever God takes me, there I shall go.
Well, I definitely wish you a lot of success. I'm glad you're a Black entrepreneur. I'm glad you got both the Black and the brown in you. So that's good.
Yes.
And I want to touch on that just for a few minutes. How is it to be a mixed person?
I embrace it now. I love it. I'm like growing into who I'm becoming, the woman I am. And in the beginning, I'm not gonna lie, it was hard. Like I'm the Black one in the family. To keep it real with you, I'm the darkest one. My mom raising 7 kids on her own. They're all Hispanic, so they have that color. I'm the darkest one, so I feel like I would say like the ugly duckling, because I didn't know that there was beauty in my color. I didn't know that. So I struggled with it for so long. And even though like I know I know I'm attractive, but I didn't know that. And I'm still learning about it, how attractive I am, with or without makeup, because I realized like I was getting teased in the beginning. I was getting bullied. I was like, I was acting white, I was acting this, or I was too hood for the white. So it's just like, dang, like I can't win. So that's why I was always in my own lane. And then now that I'm comfortable in my own skin, I embrace it. I love it. I represent the culture. I represent Haiti and El Salvador. Like it's 50-50. It's not you're more Black or you're more. No, I love them both equally. And I want to get the DNA test because I have been getting like, are you Ethiopian? Are you Dominican? Are you Cuban? So I just want to know. I mean, both of my parents are fully from, my mom El Salvador, my dad Haiti. So I know that I have those strong genes. But it doesn't hurt to know, like, do I got a little bit of, Cuban in me? Do I got a little bit of Dominican in me?
It's called the ancestry test.
Yes.
My nephew took that, and we Kenya. We come from Kenya. Like our roots are like,
yeah, like it really shows you how deeply rooted you are and how connected, like where you come from. So
right.
I can't wait to get that. It's like a mystery right now, but until then, I'm gonna represent, El Salvador, Haiti. I'm from Inglewood, and yeah. So another thing is I'm bilingual, so I speak Spanish. I'm still learning how to speak it. When I was in preschool, I went to all Spanish school, so that's like pretty much my first language. But being surrounded by so many people who speak English, you kind of like that kind of fades. But I always knew because they always told me, if you learn 2 languages, you're gonna get more money.
They always told me that,
I never
still seen an extra penny. On the Spanish.
See, but I never got an extra penny from learning bilingual. But I mean, I know that's my talent, that's my gift, and I know it's very valuable. Nobody can put an extra penny on it because I know my worth.
Okay.
So I know that I am very rare. You don't come across a Haitian and a Salvadorian. My sister is also Salvadorian and Haitian, but other than that, I've never met like a full Haitian and Salvadorian, male or female. So I love that I'm different and I embrace it. I have no shame in my game, and I'm a represent until the day I pass.
She said, I found out I have Haitian, white, Indian, and black is actually not the dominant. What pussy fun fact? Okay. Okay. So yeah, I mean, we all have different colors. We're mixed with different things. Some of us might come out darker. Some of us might come out lighter.
Yeah, like my sister, she has a Hispanic skin color, and I love her, I got the beautiful and I'm very blessed and grateful. God gave me my complexion. I love dark complexion as well. I think black is beautiful. I feel like the darker you are, the more beautiful you are.
Right.
I find value and beauty in that. You're precious.
That's wonderful.
You're precious.
Yeah.
You're precious, for real.
Definitely. I need to embrace it. I did start embracing it, but I started embracing it when I got in my 40s. Because back then I was trying to bleach my skin. I used to take baths in pine salt because somebody told me that would not only take the smell away from me, but it helped my pigmentation to get lighter. I used to take bleach baths. Let me tell y'all something about these bleach. Okay, if you're doing pure bleach, I did pure bleach baths, and all it does is, God forbid, if you got hair any place, it's gonna turn your hair white, so it's gonna look like you got gray, because it's turning colors. And not only that, it makes your skin darker, because you know how you get into chlorine water in the pool, and when you come out you look darker. That's exactly what bleach do. Now, all about this milk bath, and I don't know anything about that.
Wow. Now, was it because you were getting teased, or because you didn't feel comfortable in your own skin?
In the era that I grew up, it was all about the light skin. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's the era I grew up in. Dark skin was out. Just out. And but I accept it. I noticed more white people kind of take a toll on me, like they like the dark skinnedness versus my own dark skinned black people.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just weird. I mean, it's not that I went to an all white school. I don't talk white, at all. So I don't know if it's something that they see in me. I don't know what it is. But
right.
It is what it is.
Yeah, but I stand for self-love. I think that one thing coming out of a toxic relationship, it's really taught me how to really love myself for who I am. Even my biggest insecurities, I'm not gonna lie, my I don't like my feet. I don't know why. That's something I've always been insecure about. Or my arms. I always thought my arms were big, so I would always wear long sleeves. And I'm barely starting to come out of that shell where I'll wear sandals or I'll wear short, like a t-shirt, because I'm starting to love myself, my complexion, the texture of my hair. I'm starting to wear my real hair, and for so long I would straighten it. For so long I would tie it up. And I love my real hair. My hair is super curly. I love my curls. I was able to get a big chop, to where I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna do this big chop, embrace the curls, and I'm not gonna go back to straight, and I kept my word on it, which makes me feel like me. I am myself, you know. And every now and then I switch it up because I love long hair, you know, the length, which is what I'm growing with my real hair. But you know, I'll put a ponytail in. I'm really trying to get in, like, when I know I'm really getting in out of my comfort zone, I want to start doing wigs, like, because I'm a model, so I want to switch it up. You know, I want to wear wigs. I want to wear colorful, you know, nothing outside the box, but like a burgundy wig with a bob. You switch it up. I can't wait to get on that level.
I know. I'm not there yet.
Yeah,
I have a friend who dyed her hair all red, and I mean, that's so bold and so
See,
pretty.
I couldn't dye it though. I'll wear a wig. You feel me? I couldn't put chemicals in my hair. I'm not doing that. I'm gonna keep my real natural. And then I love how we're able to create the wigs, the weaves, the extra, you know, ponytails. And I was gonna say something else, but my mind just went somewhere else.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, being different is cool, you know. But we do gotta learn how to embrace our own hair, you know. That's why on my channel I also have a category called hair projects. And the reason why I put hair projects, because I don't want to limit it to braids or just the weaves. It's a hair project. You never know what type of project this person's gonna come and show us, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's different projects of hair, you know, different things.
And I love how our Black culture creates these unique, different designs. Like, it could be so different. You're like, whoa, I never seen that before. I don't know if you know, but Lizzo came out with a visual of like, and she had a visual of long braids, like, now it's like the longest in the world. And so she just broke history, and it's just like, that's beautiful. Like, we did that. We created that, you know. So shout out to Lizzo, because
I'm have to look that up.
No, it's beautiful. Like, it looks like you know, like a wedding bell, but it's your hair. So you know, so I like it. So that's something.
Check Lizzo out.
I want to do I want to get dreads, like, you know how you get those extra extensions. I want to get dreads. I want to do different like styles and really like try something different, even if it's simply black or blonde. Like, switch it up. But for my real hair, that's like sacred. I want to protect that. I want to make sure that, you know, I keep that.
Well, is there anything before we end this show that you want to tell the audience? And
I would probably just say that you guys continue to strive and do the best you can. You're more than enough. Continue to love yourself and love those around you. Just be mindful and educate yourself. And this is not the last time that we're gonna be here together. So I will say later.
Yeah, it's a TV show now, Fashion Evan.
Yeah.
So we finna see what she
Yeah.
So we get ready to see what she gonna do with that. But I want to know. Okay, do you know how to say your Instagram in Spanish?
Okay. So I'm not even no.
Okay. Do you know how to say
I'll probably be like, hola, me llamo prettykaiiii. Por favor, follow me on my Instagram, my social media, prettykaiiii, y con 4 eyes.
Okay.
I'll speak that Spanglish real quick.
Okay.
Oh, let me stop.
Okay, and then how do you say good night to all the Wiggin' Out fans?
Buenas noches con todo amor a mi Wigginnoutradio Out familia. Mucho amor, mucho gusto, y hasta luego. Ciao.
Ciao. Toodles. And we out, and we'll see you next week. And look out for Pretty K. Go to her Instagram, because you know Wiggin' Out is where hip hop and entertainment happens. Tune in to the Wiggin' Out TV that's coming on Ruco. I have numerous categories that I would like to see people that I can trust to take that project on and go with it. You know, if you like being in front of the camera, you like talking to people, you like educating people on stuff, definitely DM me or text me, and I will talk, and hopefully we can see eye to eye and we can make it happen because it's revenue for everybody in this. It all depends on how you market your show. And when people know you're on TV, it's going to make a lot of difference. So you guys embrace the opportunity. Holler at me. Holler at Pretty K. She's always like red carpet. I thought you did so well as a red carpet. I was like, oh my God, why didn't I put her as the red carpet?
I wanted to, but I was like, but honestly, I felt like I had a previous event where I was wearing multiple hats, and that's a gift that I have. I can wear multiple hats at one event and play and execute it. So it was nothing to me. It was just another add-on and showing a gift that God gave me. So
I know when Black Rosebud kind of got unfocused, everybody was like saying, "Where's Pretty K? Put her in there. Put her on the red carpet."
You heard it from the people.
And that's how that happened. Yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah. And how many awards did you win?
I won 2 awards, and those were the main 2 awards that I was pushing for. I manifested it, I claimed it, I owned it, and it's mine. It's sitting pretty in my
and
pretty
she
house.
Really manifested because you was up against another model, and the people that I saw come after you and vote for you, you have a lot of people that love you out there, that they love you out there. They really trust what you do. And they know that you can do it. You know what I mean? And they believe in you. Yeah. And they believe in you. And I could just tell by the way they was voting for you. You know what I mean? You could tell what people had a lot of love out there. And you were one of the people. You know what I'm saying? You were one of the people. You have multiple people voting for you left and right.
Thank you. And
I
just want to say thank you to everybody who did vote for me again, and people who are supporting me right now, and everything I do, because I am invested in a lot of things, but I'm very grateful that I have real supporters, I would not be here if it wasn't for them. So it's time to level up, it's time to grow, it's time to expand. And I would honestly say, like, I see myself as a leader, and I see that leadership in me, and that I would only want to do what's right for them. And that's just to bring positive energy, real loyalty, and trust,
And besides, God gives you the position of leader. I remember God gave me that position like a long time ago when I was a kid. But you know how you just kind of like, whatever, I'll do whatever. Then as I got older, he kept saying leader. And then I always was in these leadership programs, and I'm like, what for? Am I going to be the president? Am I going to be Miss America? I mean,
no way.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. I didn't know.
No, but these were crossing through your mind.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not the only one. Okay, cool.
No.
Yeah, because I'm looking like, I be waking up like, politics. Man, you crazy. I'm about to go back to sleep. I must be dreaming. Because honestly, like, I have a great reputation. I come from, a great background. But God be the glory. My family never went to jail. They're not in gangs. They're not on drugs. They got their right state of mind. Praise God.
Good.
They got their right state of mind.
Praise God for that.
Yeah.
Amen.
And so, like, when I think of politics, like, I think of like competition. I think of like I'm not scared of competition, but just I want to be represented, and I want to represent for our people the right way, because it is a business. At the end of the day, it's a business. This is a business. And so you want to lead the business in the right direction.
Yeah, and hopefully they will take on Good Samaritan like us, one of these days. But right now, the politics is so crooked. It's like...
I mean, I feel like it's good and bad in everything. And that's why we, as the good people, should come out and, we have the voice. We have the platform.
Yes.
So it's just a matter of unity, coming together, creating a plan and executing. Right. It's all about structure. What is the goal? What is your intentions? And my intentions is to really give back to the community in ways that nobody in history has ever done.
And when I do a community event, First of all, God puts it on my heart first and foremost. And let me tell you, when God gives me an assignment, I am so afraid not to do that assignment.
Listening.
Yeah, I'm so afraid. So say like God told me, like I did the sipping
shop.
The sipping shop.
Is that where we first met? Like, ever since that day, that whole environment changed. Like, I look at that like St. Julian Studio, like that's home, like that's Compton, that's like I went there for business, and then back to get award, and then I actually went before I went to that award. I had an interview with someone, and then I come back, and then I just was there Saturday to give back. So honestly, I'm so proud of him because he created that.
Yes, whole... he's a creator. He has a vision, like, and he brought his vision to life. That's the thing. You may start off with $20, just simply getting a book and writing your dreams down, your manifestations down, and then once you know, it'll start coming into reality, and then those resources to make your manifestation come into reality, all those things will come. You would be funded, whatever. I never thought Wiggin Out, like, I just never thought, and still to this day, I still don't know how far Wiggin Out is going. I don't have a clue. I never saw this Roku channel coming in, but let me tell you.
How did that come about, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, that came about, it was a man that came in talking about he wanted to put us on Power TV. I don't know if you saw the advertisement on my Instagram page, but I was like, okay, Power TV, tell me more, and I didn't see it on Roku, but what I learned is that you got to download channels. So when I went to the channel, I didn't really see that many programs, on there. And I was like, I don't get what he's trying to do. And he can never really explain it to us. So the challenge was, let us come on the Wiggin Out show, explain to us what Power TV is all about. And, if we like it, sure, we're on board. He wanted to know, did we have media package? Did we have sponsors and stuff like that? And we're thinking, like, why do we need all that if you're the one that have the channel? Now I kind of understand it, because you have to have people that's going to take on different categories and whatever, like, say, like yours is fashion heavy. So, like, you would maybe want to get some companies, some clothing companies, to, like, make a commercial or run an ad on your channel. That's how you make money.
Okay.
People coming on and want to share their stories. You don't necessarily have to call it a fee. You can call it a donation to make your channel still go each month, so it can, you can call it would you like to donate?
Now, Roku, is it, I know it's a platform. Is it, it's an own app, basically. Kind of like you download Netflix.
Yeah.
Okay, so Roku is its own platform. It's TV.
It's on a lot of smart TVs.
Okay, it's on a lot of smart TVs, and this is a platform to create for you can share your thoughts.
Well,
your
a lot of people
interviews.
don't know that Roku, that you can buy channels from Roku. When you turn on Roku, you're gonna see what you see on Netflix. You're gonna see the drama, the comedy, the series, and stuff like that. I think, and I'm always on Instagram, and sometimes on Instagram you never know what you'll see. But I was up one night, and I saw something about TV Smart and how to start your own channel.
Oh, wow.
And I just started digging into that. I just started researching more, and that's how I came upon Roku.
Oh my goodness, I am so proud of you.
No,
that's a round of applause, because like you said, I didn't know Pretty K was gonna be here 3 years ago. I'm rock bottom, but you know what they say, when you hit rock bottom, the only way to go is up. So I'm up, and now I'm up from here.
Right.
Now I'm touching planes, I'm touching different cities, and I'm meeting people. I'm surrounded by millionaires, and I honestly I'm grateful to be mentored by millionaires, and I'm very grateful for the mentorship, because you got to be surrounded by that type of environment.
You do, yeah.
So to
create your own environment.
To create your own.
Yeah.
And then you come together as a team. So I'm very happy. Like I'm not rushing it. I'm living in my present, which is truly a gift.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. And you heard it from the best, you guys. I want to thank Pretty K for being our guest tonight on the Wiggin Out Radio Show. Whenever we can't get to the studio, I have a studio at home, sort of. It's sort of my bed. It's my bedroom, but it's studio.
Gotta start somewhere.
Yeah, it's studio on this side. So, definitely, I'm grateful for having a platform. You guys check out the Roku TV. It's coming soon. We're gonna let you know when it's published. I'm just trying to get things on there for you guys to watch, so you guys just won't come on Wiggin Out TV and you don't have nothing to watch. So that's my goal, is to put people in position, make sure they produce the material, so when we tell you guys to go on Wiggin Out TV, you'll have several things that you can look at on that channel. So it's called the Wiggin Out TV, but it's under Roku. So with that being said, you guys have a blessed week. Be safe, be safe, be safe. Get those COVID checks, stay lined up with that, and pray about it. I'm not gonna tell you not to get the vaccine or to get the vaccine. I think whatever your will is, whatever God will is, you should follow it, and that's my best advice.
I love that.
Yeah. So with that being said, good night, for real. Bye. Toodles.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
Yay, we did that. Okay.